Are you a modern quilter? How can you tell? If you are making a quilt in 2021, many people would say that yes, you are a modern quilter. But there are some design elements that set modern quilts apart from traditional quilts. So let's explore some of these definitions. Welcome to True Blue Quilts. I'm Andy, and I've been quilting for about 15 years. I just like making quilts, so I don't really care about the labels. I make quilts with classic blocks, with modern fabrics, but it is fun to study some of these design terms. So what makes a quilt a modern quilt? Well, the Modern Quilt Guild was established in 2009, and they set forth some guidelines. So those are the design principles that I use when deciding if a quilt fits that modern category. The three primary design elements that I incorporate in my patterns that classify things as modern quilts are negative space, alternate grid work, and a variety of block sizes. Negative space refers to any open area in the quilt that is not the primary focal point or the quilt block. So in my Big and Bright quilt, you can see this center section is the negative space, and that is a lot of fun to work with as a free motion long arm quilter. Alternate grid work is another element of modern quilting that is a lot of fun to play with. Traditional quilts are generally laid out in straight rows, 3x4, so you have 12 blocks to work with, and they're all uniform, and alternate grid work just skews everything. So in my quilt Green Frost, I offset those chain blocks, so that gives it a more modern feel, that asymmetrical look. Coming back to the Big and Bright pattern, separating those blocks into the two corners gave it a different feel than a traditional quilt as well. Using a variety of block sizes is another element that you will see many times in modern quilts. Deconstructing traditional blocks is one way to do this, where you have a huge element and it is broken up into its component parts. The Plus quilt that I saw recently uses a variety of block sizes and comes across as a very modern looking quilt. I even used a variety of block sizes in the Big and Bright pattern with the large Lemoyne star and the smaller Friendship star. So the difference there in the size of the blocks really catches your eyes and makes you look twice at that pattern. Now that you know what makes a modern quilt, which design element will you choose to work with next? If you're looking for a pattern, Big and Bright is on sale now at truebluequilts.com, and you can take a closer look at this quilt in this video. I hope you'll tune in throughout our Quilt Modern May episodes. We'll continue the discussion of modern quilts throughout this month, and next week I am premiering a brand new pattern. I hope you'll join me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.